Good morning. It is Monday, the 8th of May. So it's the 8th day of Me Made May, and I am here on a bank holiday Monday to share with you what I am wearing. I am wearing the Lee Carmel jumpsuit. Now, I absolutely love this make. It's such a comfortable make. It works perfectly for around the house. It works perfectly for being in work. It works for going out for dinner. You can put a turtleneck underneath it in the winter. So it's quite a versatile pattern that meets a lot of occasions, which when you're looking at things in your wardrobe, that's quite handy. So I'm wearing it today. I haven't got an awful lot planned today. I will be going to see my mother because I didn't go yesterday because we've had a bank holiday, so we've had an extra day. I will be doing some coursework later this afternoon in preparation for a workshop that I've got tomorrow, clearing up my sewing mess from cutting out, which is just behind you. And then I will be doing some sewing, hopefully. So not going anywhere exciting. I will go up and see a couple of friends when I go and pick Scott up later as well, just to say hi. So I will be popping out the house and doing a teeny bit of socialising later as well. I'm not doing that as much at the moment. So yeah, I do want to go and say I desperately need to see some of my friends. I haven't seen them for ages. Hence the choice of outfit. So it kind of caters to all occasions, but it's very comfortable. Now, I know that I have been removing things from my wardrobe as part of this analysis of Me Made May, wearing a different outfit every day. But the other thing I want to come out of this, not just by identifying the gaps in my wardrobe, are the things that I actually enjoy wearing, why I enjoy wearing them, and do I need more of them? And this is one of those things that I would absolutely say, yes, I need more of, because it's quite versatile and I do wear it a lot. I think I could do with making a few more up. You know, as we come into the spring, summer months, it's great from the fact that it's sleeveless. The version with a collar is perfect for work or an evening out, and it's just very comfortable and it's flattering. So what I'm taking from this piece in my wardrobe is that I want to make more. Essentially, I want to make more of these. So I am trying to make a note of that as well as this. It's like the Zadies. I live in the Zadies. They are so appropriate for so many different things that are going on in my life. And the Carmel is very similar, and I've only made this one version. And what I would do next time, and I was thinking about it this morning as I was taking a photo of myself to share this with you, where the line comes, I'm groping myself in a way that you can't really see, where this seam line comes, it sits just on the edge of the bust. I'm just going to add an inch on this top bodice just to drop that down a little bit. But apart from that, the fit is gorgeous because it does really come in. So that's why I'm saying if I drop that just another inch, it will just come in and sit, because this is actually my natural waist. It's the smallest point of my body, which is almost like an empire line on me, because I do have a much wider stomach bit from my mum tum. And having a hysterectomy, my entire body changed. I had a perfectly defined hourglass figure before having my hysterectomy. No matter what size I was, I always had that figure. Whereas since having the hysterectomy and going through a surgical menopause, I found that I've really thickened everywhere. But c'est la vie. I am loving getting used to the body that I have now and finding the appropriate garments, because let's face it, it's how you dress it. Doesn't matter what shape or size you are, how you dress it and how you feel comfortable is what makes the difference. So I have got to share with you at the end of this week as well. I'm not going to do it today because my children are upstairs. My stepson is in my room. Yeah, I just didn't want to film with them around making a racket. But I have also sorted over the weekend my summer clothes. So these are like really strappy dresses that I would not probably get an opportunity to wear through May and analyse. I thought as I'm doing this process in my wardrobe, I would also go through them, and I have got a chunky pile of stuff that again doesn't fit. But there are, because I've got some maxis in there, there's some pieces that I know that I can actually make something else from, and there's a few that I think I can actually adjust. And thank you so much to all the comments on last week's vlog, because I've had some great suggestions at some adjustments that I maybe could try with some of the makes that I've already done, and one of them, particularly where it's the shoulder that's causing me the issue, I've had suggestions of putting some elastic in to kind of bring it up a little bit. So I'm going to have a go with that this week, because it won't take me long. It'll be one of those things I play with in the evening, and I will let you know how I get on with that towards the back end of the week. So I'll see you tomorrow morning for day 9 of Me Made May. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 9th of May. Excuse the Foster's can in the background. It is actually morning. I promise you I'm not an alcoholic and I do not drink first thing in the morning. It's my partner's leftover from last night, and I've just realised that it was there. So I have come downstairs because the girls are getting ready for school upstairs, and I'm already dressed. I didn't do any swapping and changing of the outfits this morning. I'd pre-planned what I was wearing. I'm going into a school this morning as part of my job. Some of the things that I do is built into our corporate social responsibility strategy, and we get involved with schools and working with young students preparing for the world of work. Today I'm going in and doing some CV workshops with them. It's actually my daughter's school, so I'm quite excited about it, because normally I'm in there in a parent capacity, and as a parent with my eldest daughter, there's been lots of problems that I won't bore you with, but you know, it means that I have to really play parent when I go in. So it's going to be nice going in as Becky, working Becky. So of course I had to wear something Beckified, nice and bright and colourful. I'm wearing a Tabitha T-shirt dress. I will pop some footage in here so you can actually see what this dress looks like on. I love this. I do have the problem with the narrow shoulder, but because it's a stretch fabric, it's quite tight to my skin, so it doesn't bother me. I did change this slightly, so I put in an elasticated band instead of a drawstring, which is what the pattern calls for. This pattern's out of the Make It Simple book. It's one of my favourite patterns to make and wear. It's very, very comfortable. I love the fact that it's either got leopard or cheetahs, and I can never tell the difference on it all over it. It's got pinks, it's got blues, teals, greens, it's got all sorts of colours on it, but it's on a black based background, so I think it's still quite relatively smart to wear, and it's very me. And you know, I'm going in to talk to 15-year-olds. You know, I need to feel confident, so to speak, to hold my own. It's one thing having teenagers, but actually going in and delivering in schools, I always find it more challenging. So yes, that is me for today. I have a bit of a busy week from a work point of view, so there'll be a couple of days this week where you'll see me in what I class as business attire. So choosing from my wardrobe is going to be nice this week. I'll leave it at that, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Good morning. I am running incredibly late this morning, so this is going to be ever so quick. So I am wearing my Friday Pattern Company Westcliffe dress. I will pop some pictures in, but this is made in a Dupes Designs fabric that I got all the way from Australia, and I absolutely love this. It's one of my favourite go-to dresses. Now this morning I did have a massive trying on session, which is why I'm running late. I was trying to pair some pieces because I really wanted to wear a 2-piece outfit today, and I wasn't successful. So when I get home this evening, I'll show you what exactly it was I was supposed to be doing, because I just haven't got time now. So I will pop in a picture of what I'm wearing so you can see, and I've got to shoot to the office. I'm running some assessment centres today, so I've got a load of kids coming in to work for our apprenticeship schemes. So yes, I'm going to shoot off to work, and I will chat to you later when I've got a bit more time. Bye. So you can see here that I am having a try-on session. The initial intention was to wear these black polka dot trousers, and I was desperately trying to find something that would go with them. Now, I didn't mind the look of this, but wasn't the happiest. So then I tried on an old patina blouse, which is in a cotton poplin. I love the fabric, but it's too big, it's too boxy, and it made me feel, I don't know. And I really didn't feel that it went with the print as well as it could. Yeah, it was just a bit of I felt like it clashed a little bit. I know black polka dot goes with most things. So then I went to try on a dress because I'd given up on trying on my trousers at this point with tops. I was already running late. This is my Friday Pattern Company dress, and I mean, it's too big for me. I love red, but it just really is far too big for me, which is a shame. I think I can still wear it. Good morning, it's Thursday. I don't know where this week has gone. It's just flying by. I've got more training today, so today's going to go really quickly. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. I haven't got my children up, which is why we're filming downstairs. But I've just been pottering around in the kitchen trying to get a few jobs done. And I'm going to be bagging up some buttons and sorting out posts that I need to dispatch from some lovely orders that I've had come through in a moment. So I thought I'd just quickly get on and get this filming done, because you don't realise until you're doing it, when you're actually filming every day, it's quite a lot, in a good way. I'm really enjoying it. So because I'm working from home today, I am in comfortable clothes. I've got to be honest with you. The trousers I was struggling to pair yesterday, although I don't entirely think they go with what I'm wearing. I'm at home, so I'm not too fussed. I'll put some footage in here, but essentially I've got my Poloma trousers on from Anna Allen Patterns in a viscose fabric, polka dot viscose fabric that I got from Hobbycraft. I know that this fabric is actually available on Pound Fabrics, and it's a hell of a lot less than what I paid for it. So if it is a fabric that you're interested in, head over and have a look. And then I thought I'd put my Molly top on, which is a Sew Over It pattern. This was, I believe, a Pound Fabrics fabric. It's a very thin, you can tell it's a cheap sort of viscose jersey, but I love this top. It's very, very comfortable. It's a great casual top, and if you made it in a different fabric, you could really zhuzhing this top up. Now you can see this fabric's so cheap, the band just didn't stick or anything like that, so it is one that I tend to wear when I'm at home, but it's comfortable and I look presentable from here upwards on screen, which is what I'll be when I'm working. So yeah, hopefully the footage has gone in. Hopefully you enjoyed me sharing with you as well yesterday. I know it wasn't in the format of me talking to you like this, but hopefully you enjoyed me sharing with you the trying on of what I've been, or what I was trying to pair with these trousers yesterday, and the dress that was a little bit too big. Yeah, trying to squeeze that in when I got home from work last night was impossible, so I actually filmed that this morning for you when I was getting ready, just so you could see all the things that I was trying. Right, I'm going to leave you to it for today. I'm going to go and get on with bagging up some postage for people that have bought some of my lovely buttons and earrings. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you all tomorrow morning. Good morning, it is Friday, and I think it's the 12th of May. I want to say the 12th of May. So today I am wearing my high cuff sweater, my lovely high cuff sweater. I absolutely love this. I love the colour. Now personally I would pair this with a pair of jeans, because actually I think that would look a lot better. But I haven't. I'm very blue today because I really wanted to wear this. I've actually paired it with my Poloma pants that I have, or Poloma pants, should I say. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. It's the first time I've actually worn it since I've made it, and I just love the, I want to say subtleness, because it feels quite subtle for me, but the pops of pink that come out of the cuffs and also on the print. So a massive thank you to Sally, the Staffordshire sewist, who gave me this remnant fabric, because I absolutely love this. So yeah, this is what I'm wearing today. No trying on this morning, was straight on to picking what I wanted to wear. Really, really pleased with it. I'm trying to consider what I'm wearing tomorrow, because I'm actually going to Sally's Sewing Social. So I think I'm going to wear my Zadie jumpsuit, my Lady McElroy one, my bright purple one that I love. I haven't actually worn this month yet, so it would be really nice to be able to put that on for tomorrow, but I may change my mind between now and then. So I've got a busy day. I'm working from home. I've got quite a bit to do. I was supposed to be in the office today, but because I've got so much to get done, I have decided that I'm going to stay at home. I've got tonight to sort out what I'm taking with me to the Sewing Social tomorrow, and then my pop-up shop as well. And I've got a few pieces of buttons curing ready to go in the pack. And then what I'm intending on doing is getting whatever, because I've got some new pieces going on there, so I want to get them packaged up and ready. So if they don't sell there. I can then upload them onto my shop. So yeah, busy day, lots of organising, lots of sorting, lots of going to the post office as well to send some bits that you lovely people have bought. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going out tonight, so I won't be getting changed into anything else. But yeah, that is Friday and this is what I'm wearing. So I'll catch you all tomorrow. Good morning. It is Saturday the 12th or 13th of May. I think it's the 13th of May. And today I'm off to a sewing social. So I have my beautiful Zadie jumpsuit on. I have some lovely handmade earrings that go with it in this purple colour. And this is the Zadie jumpsuit. It's one of my absolute favourite makes. I really like the Zadie in a cotton lawn. I really want to make more. I love it in poplin, don't get me wrong, but I think this just gives me that lovely figure that I'm looking for. It's got nice deep pockets. It's Lady McElroy fabric and it's bright. I think it's purple cloud or something along those lines that the fabric's called. But I absolutely love it. So I am going to finish getting my stuff together to take with me. I've just got to pull out some fabrics that I no longer want to go onto the swaps table. I've lost the Mabel pattern. I had two and I wanted to give Sally one of them and I cannot find it anywhere. It's driving me around the bend. And I've been looking for that for the last hour. So I think I'm going to have to give it for today and then just post it to her when I find it. But yes, I am looking forward to today. I knew exactly what I wanted to wear, so there was no swapping and changing, no messing about. This is a perfect fit for me, and I really want to make more of these. I think I've eliminated two from my wardrobe, which now leaves two in my wardrobe. And I think that this may have to make it onto the makes list. And I've got some more cotton lawns in my stash, which I'm going to use. So I will talk about that in a vlog at the end of May when I talk about what I'm planning to make on the back end of doing this analysis. So I will catch you all tomorrow morning, and tomorrow I'm going to go through all the bits that I've pulled out this week that don't fit me and the pile that I've accumulated, because I've still got some summer bits to show you. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Good morning. It is Sunday the 13th of May. 13th or 14th? 14th of May, and today I am in Me Maid's, but I am in Me Maid's comfy cleaning. So you can see, because I actually have a watermark on this at the moment because I've been washing up, and then I've got my cleaning joggers that I made out of the viscose jersey fabric from First Fabrics, and it became quite bobbly on me quite quickly, that fabric, and I do think it's because I have quite chubby thighs that the friction of rubbing is the reason why, and it's not the quality of the fabric at all. But I got bleach on them fairly quickly, because I was wearing them more because of the bobbles around the house. So I've just paired these two together. As you can see, my bed's stripped behind me, and I think I've said, obviously we've had the bank holidays, so I've been doing it on Mondays, but Sunday is my day for getting housework done, cleaning done, etc. I do have to pop out a bit later to go and get some bits and bobs from the shop, but I'm not going to get changed. I don't really care what people think of me when I look like this, because, you know, it's Sunday and I've got to get on and get this stuff done. So it's a Stella hoodie from Tilly and the Buttons, and it's the Stella joggers. I have probably about 4 or 5 different sets of Stella joggers, and I have a couple of hoodies now as well, and I do love them. They're really nice makes and they're very comfortable, and I love the way that they fit on me, because they're a little bit oversized, so they give that comfort, but they're not, you know, massively oversized. And I pulled this one together. This is a green sweatshirting fabric that I got from First Fabrics. It's gorgeous. It was really nice to work with, and it's held the colour really well because I wear this quite a lot and it's been washed quite a lot. And I used some pink that I had for the lining of the hood, and this on an old oversized huge jumper that I had, that it was far too big, I couldn't wear it, so I just thought, you know what, that would be really lovely and go really nicely with the green, as I love pink and green. So that's what I'm wearing today. I think I've done quite well. I mean, I'm looking at my rail. My rail has gone down quite a lot. Just show you guys, this is my rail. As you can see, there's not an awful lot left on it. There is a few bits tucked under in the shelving. So I don't think I'm going to make it through the entire month wearing a completely different outfit every day. And if I don't, all I'll do is I will continue to wear, maybe just style a little bit differently, some of my Me Mades. But I'm going to give it a go. We'll see. We're 2 weeks in. I've got another 2 weeks left. I have got a couple of new makes, and maybe I will include them in my wardrobe as well. But I just want to point out they were not made from Me Made for Me Made May, because that's not the point of the challenge. It's more about building that better relationship with your wardrobe and analysing your gaps. But it is a personal pledge, so it's whatever you choose to do. So that is the whole week of Me Mades. I said to you earlier on in the week that I'd sorted through my summer stuff, and I had sorted out what I no longer need because it's either too big or it just wasn't getting the wear, and I retried everything on. So the first thing I've got, and I'm going to repurpose this fabric because I love this fabric. I loved this dress, but it was a bit big when I made it anyway. This is I can't remember what the pattern is. It's a seam work pattern. If I can find it, I'll pop it on the screen below. And it's a maxi dress, and it's got this lovely curved hem to it. Now, it's just too big. I will pop a picture in here of when I made it, but it is just that little bit too big. I had to take it in the first time I actually made it anyway to get it to fit closer, but I'm going to just repurpose this into a t-shirt because I love this fabric. It's Jenny Stitch's fabric, and it's just gorgeous. It's very floral. So yeah, that was the first thing that I've taken out of my wardrobe. The next thing is this hack that I made when we had that horrifically hot weather last year. I was desperate for something really light and airy to wear, and I turned the Freya top into a bit of a hack of a t-shirt, and it's just huge. I love the fabric, so I am going to repurpose the fabric because it's so big. I could probably just take this fabric and turn it back into a t-shirt, which I think is ultimately what I'm going to do. So it's not going to be a complete waste. It was great for the hot sun just to chuck something on. This fabric came from Rainbow Fabrics, and I loved the fabric. I de-stashed a remnant of it. But yeah, so I'm just going to cut that back and repurpose that into a t-shirt. So again, it's another piece of fabric that will get used and just become a t-shirt. So this one here is, again, another seam work pattern that I made. I want to say it's the Katsu dress. I can't remember. I used this fabric. It was a So Hailey Jane fabric. And again, it's that kind of, I love pink, but I like fuchsia type pinks. And this was it's like a bubblegum pink is the way I would describe it, and it's not something I'd really wear. And I made it as a toile, and funnily enough, this was the dress that got me into I think I was the profile of the month or something in So Hailey Jane, and I felt awful because I didn't actually like it really, but it worked and it served its purpose. Because I don't like the fabric, I'm not going to try and repurpose this. It fits me fine. It really does fit me fine. But the fabric, when you wash it, because it's that kind of crepe feel, it really does. You need to iron it. Yeah, I'm not going to keep this. This is one that's just going to go. Like I said, I made it as a wearable toile, and I'm not a fan of bubblegum pink. So yeah, if it was the other, this was one that was designed specifically for the So Hailey Jane box in that colourway. I think the other one is like a sort of browns colours, copper colours, and I really like that colourway of this fabric. But it's a nice dress, it's a really good dress, but yeah, so I'm not keeping that one purely because, like I said, it was made as a wearable toile, and it did get a couple of outings, but every time I put it on, I just felt self-conscious in it. So, right, so that's the other thing. So that one is one that will be, I will donate that one because I'm sure there'll be somebody out there that loves the bubblegum pink. And this is the same dress. So this was the second dress that I made. Now from that first version, I worked out that I needed to lengthen the upper bodice because it was coming up ever so tight underneath the bust, ever so tight, ever so short underneath the bust. So I did lengthen it, and I absolutely adore this version. I adore this fabric. I may have lengthened it too far, so it no longer sat on my natural waist, but it was fine. I still wore it, but it's just far too big. It literally hangs off me. I will put the original pictures of the dress in, but it hangs off of me. There's no saving it. But there is so much fabric here. So it's, because it's a maxi dress, I'm going to chop off the top bodice and I'm going to unpick the side seams, and then I'm going to use this fabric to make something else. And I'm thinking of using the high cuff sweater pattern, but doing it as a T-shirt. I was watching Firefly Lane the other day, and I don't know if any of you watch it, but it's on Netflix, and they do flashbacks to the 80s, and there was a particular one where one of the characters, Kate, was wearing this T-shirt that just had like a drop sleeve, which is exactly what the high cuff sweater pattern has, and it had the ribbing top and the ribbing bottom. So I thought, if I just take the sleeves off of this, because it has a drop sleeve, I can hem the sleeve, have the ribbing on the bottom, and use a white ribbon as a contrast. And actually it would be quite unique, but it would be a really nice T-shirt. Not sure about the white on the bottom. I'm going to play with it and see whether I can work with it, but that's my intentions for this, to how to repurpose this fabric. Again, this fabric came from Jenny Stitches. I got this as a remnant, and it's red, and we know I love red, and we know I think the red suits me. So that was one of the other pieces that I have pulled out of my wardrobe. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee because otherwise it'll go cold. So the next thing, there's no repurposing this. I tried it on. Now, I don't wear yellow very well, but this colour yellow actually does suit me. I made this for So Yellow for Endo last year. It goes that way. It's the Iris Tea, if I remember rightly, which was one of the patterns that came in my sewing magazine, and it has darts that come down from the shoulder, which is quite unusual. The colour suits me. I actually think I can get away with this colour. But for some reason at the time, I think it was, I had shingles. That's what it was. I was just coming down with shingles, and I was being lazy and used like a black binding, which does show when you're wearing it. And although it fits okay, it's not one I reach for. And I think I wore it once. It was one of those that you make up for a challenge, and it was an unpurposeful make for me. I was desperate to make something to join in, because So Yellow for Endo is a close to me challenge, as I had endometriosis, and whole reason I ended up having a full hysterectomy at the age of 34. So yeah, it's a really, really important challenge to me. But yeah, I don't wear it. So this one is going to go to be rehomed because it's a really nice tea. Somebody else might get a bit of joy out of it. And I think if I hadn't have done the black binding, I probably would have worn it a little bit more. So this one here is, again, pretty much the same fabric as that one, but in a blue colourway. This is a Tilly and the Buttons Lotta dress. This was one of the first things I made when I got back into sewing. The dress itself looks beautiful on me. I do love it. If I've got a picture of me in it, I will show you it. But the problem is, I made it, it was before I had my overlocker, and you can see I've zigzagged all around the facing and zigzagged along here, but it's so messy inside. There's now holes in the sleeves from how many times I've worn it, because it was such a well-worn garment. There's a hole in the skirt somewhere as well, and I just think it's just tired. It's tired, and I don't know, it's probably not coming up on camera. No, it's not. It still looks really blue, but the blue in it's really faded as well, and it's because it's had so much wear. So this is just one that's, you know, an old garment that's worn out, and because it wasn't sewn fantastically in the first instance, I will be rehoming it. But it has reminded me how much I love the Lotta dress, and I shared last week the Tilly and the Buttons jersey Lotta that I made, and and I really, really, really want to have another go at making a woven one, because this is probably my most worn woven one. I was just trying to see in my, and I can't see it, and I think it's because I got rid of it. I'd made a green one, a beautiful green one, a little while ago, but it was one where you cut it on the hem and it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, and I kept cutting it to get the hem even, and then it'd drop again. Even if I left it for 24 hours, it was the fabric that I chose, and I just ended up with such an uneven hem, and I couldn't go any shorter, so I just decided to, enough was enough. But again, I really love that dress. I love that shape and style on me because it's slightly loose. I've shortened the bodice as well, so it comes just to an empire line, rather than it sitting on the lower waist, and I find that suits me so much more, and it's worked out really well for, and I've got all the pattern pieces cut and ready for me on that. So yeah, just remember to size down, Becky. That's what I need to do when I make that one. So that is going to probably go into summer plans, but for this one, she's been good to me, but it's time to go because she's just a little bit worn. And this is the same as my next thing I'm going to show you. So this one was when I very first started sewing. So we're talking 13 years ago. This was a dress that I made from a very cheap fabric. And you can tell it's not really me anymore. I'd put some elastic to pull in the sleeves to give that ruched effect. I'd mimicked this off a dress that I actually had. The sewing, when I look at this now, is awful, but like I said, it's one of the first ones that I ever made, and it's just so worn because every year in the summer I do pull it out because it's got memories to it. Obviously I wore it quite a lot when I was first started sewing. I was so proud of it. I mean, even the hemming, oh god, honestly, if you saw this up close you'd see what I mean, but it's all uneven, and yeah, and actually the bottom hem's really nice, but it's just a stretch jersey dress and it's time for it to go. I mean, I've kept hold of it. I wear it once every summer and then I remember why I don't like wearing it. It's a bodycon shape on me. I don't do bodycon because of my mum tum. I just think it stands out. And it's funny because there was a picture that came, a video, you know, you get memories come up on Facebook. I had a memory of me attempting to play golf, which I can't do, by the way. In fact, if I'd shared that whole clip with you, you'd probably be wetting yourself right now. But I'm wearing this in it, and God, my belly looks awful. I have lost a lot of weight since wearing this back then, but yeah, it makes me chuckle, but it is time for this one to go. So that was all of the summer stuff that I pulled out that I decided that I wouldn't keep in my wardrobe. There are definitely some massive gaps in my wardrobe now. Doing this process is really cathartic and I'm having a really good clear out. I've still got a few more items to wear, but I know that most of what's left on my rail is stuff I actually wear. Normally they're things that I'd pair with jeans or some ready to wear clothes. So yeah, I don't think there'll be too much more that I'll be getting rid of, but that's not to say that there isn't more in there. And I'm looking forward to playing with these fabrics and repurposing and just seeing how I get on. So thanks again for taking the time to watch me. I know that these are quite long vlogs and I'm hoping you're enjoying seeing the process that I'm going through, the things that I'm wearing, the things that I'm reaching for, the things that I'm not, and the reasons why, and the struggles that I have in pairing some of my things. And I will catch you all next week. Again, I'll be doing this next Sunday for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you do like it. I'd really appreciate it. And also, if you haven't already, because I know that there's quite a few people watching my vlogs that haven't subscribed, it is free. So if you want to hit that subscribe button and notifications bell, it will let you know when I next bring out content. And I do try and post at least twice a week. So thanks again. Have a fantastic week and I'll catch you all soon. Bye.